right, Phil. That was loud. Hi, Phil.
What's going on? Thank you for having me, guys. Super excited to be here with you.
You are so welcome. You know, we were joking the whole time when we were in Orlando that Phil was a medium deal. He wasn't a big deal. He's not a small deal. Now I think he's officially a big deal. It's like an official name now. Um,
Uh,
so, all right, we're being live streamed. Everybody's here. All right, gang's all here. Well, first, I don't know I don't know how many people saw Phil speak at shareholders, but he was amazing. I know a lot of people, it's like kind of like the new catchphrase, the catchwords, like those like trendy topics about AI, but I really think that this is where we're all going. This is where we're heading. Like it's not going away. And for us modern agents, we need to be on the cutting edge of all the technology, all the things. Going to these events, you guys, I don't know how many people are with EXP or whatever brand you're with. Get into these events, go to these events, go to these things, meet these people. I met Phil a year ago, and I've watched him like kind of like grow as like a coach, and now he's doing all this AI stuff, and he's gone from being his medium deal to being a big deal with all things real estate, and his business is like just amazing, like taking off like a freaking rocket ship. So I am super excited because what he was talking about at shareholders is next level. And I'm excited for him to be able to talk to us about all this because I don't want to give away all of the details, but the stuff he's got going on is like crazy. Like Julie was like scribbling so many notes down. It was insane.
I already have you're probably like, why are you writing? Because I'm just going to give you all these apps anyway, but I'm sure you're going to use that quote. But what is it? When we all talk about the fear that AI is going to replace agents, but it's basically what AI is not going to replace agents. The agents that are using AI are going to replace the agents that aren't. Exactly. I thought that was so powerful.
Thanks for stealing my opening line, Julie. Why don't you just no, I'm just kidding.
You can say it better. You say it better. You repeat it better. But that's really what stuck with me. You know, it's like, you know, don't get left behind on this, guys. And like the applications like blow my mind. But anyway, we're gonna so amazing.
Let's without further ado, let's get going here because I know you got a lot to go over. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Phil Stringer to Modern Agent Blueprint.
Love it. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Julie's going to go ahead and open us with the intro. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think the important thing to understand is that the AI powered agent will eventually replace the everyday agent. It's just a matter of time. And AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And I know that's a scary thing to think, but it's just the truth. And so I relate this to kind of, agents who were in the game 20, 30 years ago before the internet, right? And I say, okay, your MLS was a printed book, right? Because you didn't have the MLS on the internet. And they're like, yeah. I said, if you didn't adopt technology and evolve with technology, and you were still using a printed MLS book that came out once a month, would you have any business right now? And they're like, yeah, absolutely not, right? So it's understanding that technology always evolves, and we have to evolve with technology or we will be left behind. So, like Julie so wonderfully put it, the AI is not going to replace your job, but an agent using AI will. And so we have to be on the front of this thing. We have to be on the cutting edge. And kudos to you guys for coming into this training so that you can get ahead of the game. Because I swear to you guys, this is the biggest thing that's hit since the internet. AI is the biggest thing that has hit since the internet. And if you can get ahead of this, you will have a competitive edge over all other agents in your market because you're going to be the one using tools, saving a ton of time, saving a ton of money, and producing a better product for your client by using these tools. And so that's one thing to keep in mind as well. So like this AI revolution is not just about growing your business, which it will, but it's also about the homeowner, right? This is about the client. This is about the experience that you give your client. If you use AI tools, you will be able to give your client a way better experience than someone who's not using AI tools. If you use AI tools, you will free yourself up to focus more on revenue generating activities, high value activities, because all the low value activities can be done by AI to give you more time, right? So I think it's important to start off by defining what AI is. And by the time we're done with this class, guys, I'm guessing I've got till what, noon, Nicole?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
If you want to do like 45 and then
Questions?
or
Okay,
whatever.
perfect. So and here's what I'm going to promise you. In the next 30 minutes, you will be top 1% in AI in real estate. Like that's what we're going to go through in the next 30 minutes. It's super concentrated. It's a lot of good information. I'm going to do my best to present it as quickly as possible because normally this can be like a 2-hour thing, but I'm going to condense this down as best as I can. So what is AI, right? We're going to start off with the defining what it is. Essentially, AI has such a broad definition right now because AI is any type of computer learning that supersedes our own human capacities, right? So there's a lot of different programs and a lot of different computers that do that. I mean, Netflix is AI, Siri is AI. We've been using AI forever. And so what companies are doing is they're using AI because it has such a broad term and it's the hot topic right now. They're using it in marketing to try and market because it's such a hot term. It's such a hot topic. And so the number one fear around AI is that it's going to take all of our jobs away. But we have to understand as agents that this is just another technological advancement, right? All other technological advancements that have taken away tasks or taken away certain jobs have also created new tasks and new jobs that just looked a little bit differently. So think about like telephone technology where you used to have operators, right? Well, now you have different technology that requires a different skill set. So yes, technically the telephone operator has lost their job, but it opened up new potential possibilities for other tasks, other jobs. That's what it's going to do with real estate as well. It is going to eliminate some of the lower value activities that you did focus on, and it's going to give you your time freedom to focus on the things that actually make you money, which is actually a really good thing for you. So I want you to look at AI as a positive thing, not a negative thing, not, oh man, it's going to take my job away, but hey, I have the opportunity to take an executive level promotion in my job because now I'm going to be focusing on high value activities and things that are going to make me money. All right. So what I want to do is I want to share my screen, and for 30 minutes, guys, I'm going to go through a really quick, like, here are my top 10 favorite AI tools right now. Don't get overwhelmed. You do not have to use all of these. You don't even have to use any of them. You could use one of them. I don't care. What I'm doing is I'm trying to condense time for you so that you don't have to research, you don't have to test and try 1,000 different products because there's so many out there right now. Okay. I'm going to give you my favorites right now, and I'm going to tell you what they do. If it's something that can help your business, certainly implement it. But I want you to be aware that it's available, right? So that you can start utilizing it in your business if you wish to. Okay. So let me do this. Let me share my screen, and then I'm just going to go through. I'm going to go through some of my favorite tools with you guys. All right. And let's do this. I've got a little QR code you guys need to scan. So scan this. It takes you to my my contact card. Scan this, put your name, email, and phone in. And after the call, I'm going to send you a list with links to the top AI tools. And I'm also going to send you 10 real estate ChatGPT prompts that you can copy and paste that will change your business. So go ahead and connect with me. Follow me on Instagram if you want to stay connected. That's probably the best place for us to stay connected is Instagram for me. But you can scan that. And then again, at the end of the call, anyone who scans that code, I will send those free tools to. Okay. So it's going to look like this. This is the list. I've got 5, and I'm going to walk you through what they do. So Synthesia, we have Descript, Video, DALL-E 2, Try It On. We have Tactic, All Right, Durable, Tomy, designer. And I'm going to actually show you the websites and show you what they do. Okay, but that's what I'm going to send to you, to where you have the links. You can click on them. You don't have to write it down. Don't worry about it. We're going to go through it right now. So this is the first one. This is Synthesia. So this is where you can type in or paste in text, and you hit play, and you can select an AI generated avatar essentially, and you select a voice, and it will read the text that you put in. This is really good for content creators. This is good for people who want to create maybe some courses. If you're like really wanting to create a training course for your team, or you're wanting to do some type of course and you don't want to spend all the money and the time shooting the video, editing the video, getting lighting set up, all of that, this can be a phenomenal tool. For those of you who are like want to go crazy, there is a option where you can upload a certain length, I think it's 15 minutes, of a talking head video of yourself, and it will generate an AI avatar of you, right? It's $1,000 a year though. So if you wanted it to be like, hey, I want this person to look like me instead of an AI robot, you can do that. It's $1,000 a year through this platform, and then you can paste in the text and it'll read from your avatar. Okay, so this is an option for those of you wanting to do courses, content creation, whatnot. Descript. This is a video editing software at its core, but the reason why I would have you try it out is because of this feature right here. You upload 10 to 30 minutes of any audio or video of you speaking, and it takes about 24 hours, but it generates an AI voice that is realistic to your specific voice, because it copies your voice. Then whatever you put in, type in, paste in, whatever, you hit play, it's you reading it. So think about some of the creative ways that you can utilize this with real estate. For an example, a lot of us use ChatGPT to create listing descriptions. So let's say we create a listing description with ChatGPT, we paste that listing description into Descript, and we hit play, and it's you reading the listing description. We put that over a slideshow of the listing photography. Guess what you've just created that you did nothing for? You just created a listing video, right? And even if you don't do like crazy over the top listing videos, your clients can be like, dang, this person went the extra mile. I didn't even have to pay for that, and they did a listing video for me, you know? So that's a creative way that you can use your own AI generated voice to really go above and beyond for your client, right? This tool here, it's called video.ai. What this does is you upload a long form video into this software, and it creates short form clips, right? For Reels, for TikTok, whatnot. It's an amazing software, amazing tool. There's another one that does the same thing. I think I like this one more. It's called Opus Clip, and it's opus.pro. What you do is you put in the YouTube link for your long form video. What it's going to do is it's going to figure out with the AI generated transcript, it knows what you're talking about, and it's literally going to add the captions in for you, create it vertical, create short form content for TikTok, Reels, Shorts. But the really cool thing is that it figures out from the transcript what a good hook is. So they'll be like, okay, this is the most engaging hook that's going to keep people watching. So we're going to put this at the beginning, and then we're going to pair it with this, and this to make the best reel. So if you have some long form content, yeah.
Did you say you liked Opus more than video?
I personally do. Yeah, they're both good, but this one's newer, and it was just recently in beta. It might still be in beta, but it works unbelievably. So you can test them both out, see which one you like. But this is going to create, if you have any long form content, you upload it to YouTube, and then you upload this link here. Boom. Now you have several reels that have been created based on AI generated transcription. Okay. This is Dolly 2. It's by the same company as ChatGPT. What this does, it's kind of like ChatGPT, but it's for images. So what you do is you just type in what you're wanting, right? So you could be like, it gives you different things you could do. An oil pastel drawing of an annoyed cat in a spaceship. You hit generate, and it literally takes a few moments. It gives you like 3 different options or several different options, and you pick what you want. But you can literally, I mean, there you go, like oil pastel drawing of an annoyed cat in a spaceship. And then you're like, oh, I like this one or whatever. So that's a powerful tool if there's some type of image, and you can do photography, you can do paintings, you can do drawings. You can also upload an image and tell it to edit something in the image. So as a joke, I uploaded an image of a founder of a real estate brokerage that was a competitor to another's, and I was at the conference of that competitor, and I uploaded a picture of him, and I said, hey, make him wear the competitor's garb, right? And it edits the image and creates an edit based on what you've uploaded. So really cool options there with DALL-E. There's another one that you guys may have heard of. It's called Midjourney. Midjourney is another image generated. You basically create a prompt, and you put that prompt in, and it creates an image for you. Both of them are good. DALL-E is easier to use. So try those if you need some AI generated images.
Is all of this free?
Yeah, so there's some free versions to these, and then there's some paid versions. So like DALL-E uses what's called tokens, where you purchase like 120 tokens, and then each image is a token or something. So most of them you have to like pay a little bit of money. It's not super expensive, but it's worth trying too. Like for an example, this one is Try It On. It's $17. What you do is you upload selfies, and you basically tell it what you want to wear. If you want to be business casual, if you want to be outside, in an office, indoors, or multiple, and it generates like 100 images of headshots, right? A branding headshot.
They're not all great.
I will say
I can't not laugh right now.
95% of them are going to be horrible. Okay.
Did you see mine?
I absolutely did. That was so
oh my God,
funny.
I have like the little like weird hands and one tooth in the
so
front.
Funny. Yep. But now you probably got a couple that were actually pretty decent though, right?
Yeah. A couple of them are okay. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like for $17, even if you got 3 that you could use for something, it's worth trying, right? Like it's worth trying out. You could probably use that for promotions. You could probably use that for some type of social media post, and put a quote on there, whatever, if you're wanting to do some type of branding. All I'm saying is this type of software will get better. It's obviously it's at the beginning phases, because there's some of them that just look so bad. But even if you got a couple, $17, you're saving a ton of money, paying a photographer, buying clothes, taking time out of your day to do a branding photo shoot. It's worth trying just to see if you can get a couple good ones, right? This is Tactic. This you can link to your video conferencing software. So Zoom, Google Meet, WebEx, whatever. What happens is it takes the transcription of your entire meeting, and it knows when certain people are talking, because each person has their name on their Zoom profile, right? And then it creates a summary. It creates action items for each person, and then an agenda for the next meeting. So for me, I do coaching, and I had a person like taking notes, like for every coaching call. Now I don't have to have that person, because I can literally go in here. Like this was a guy named Tony. I did a 30-minute coaching call, and it literally has this summary here, discuss improving Tony's real estate prospecting calls. They set a goal of 300,000 annual income. His goal is to read pages 4 through 20 of the book that I told him, like all of these things, right? And then next meeting agenda. And then down here, it has the entire transcript of everything we said, and it pulls from that automatically. This is $20 a month, like super, super valuable, super worth it. For $20 a month for me, all the coaching calls that I do, all the meetings, and I don't have to worry about summaries. It's all done for me, right? This one is called allwrite.ai. You can convert videos to articles, or podcasts, right? So what you do is you upload a video, you upload a podcast, and it will write a blog or an article based on the content of your video. Super killer, right? So this obviously for SEO purposes, for any type of writing that you're trying to do, and you want to take a video or a podcast and create content from that, written content, this is very valuable. This is called Durable. This will build you a website. It says 30 seconds, probably more like 60 seconds, but you know, who cares? You basically generate your website. I mean, I can do it for you right here, you know, get started. And it actually has you like say what type of business, right? So we'll do, you know, real estate. And it's like, what's the name of your business? You know, Phil Stringer Realty. I don't know. And then it'll literally generate for you a page. And then you, once it's generated, you can go through and it pulls your location, right? I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. So now it's adding all of these things. It's adding testimonials. It's adding, you know, different links where you go in and you've got a template basically now, right? Where you can tweak it. If I don't like the color, if I'm like, you know what, I don't really like turquoise, then I can change that. But it at least gets something set up in like 1 minute, right? So there you go. There's my Greensboro real estate boom, right? I'm a trusted real estate business in Greensboro, and I've been offering expert advice since 1966, guys. I have a really good skincare routine, okay? But this now you can edit these sections, but it just gives you a quick website if that's something that you need, right? This one, Tomi.app. This creates keynotes, stories, presentations, PowerPoints. So you type in like what you want. So I could be like, all right, create me a presentation for AI and real estate. Boom, it's gonna actually lay out an entire thing. It'll have text, and then I can go in and kind of tweak it and change what I need to change. But I mean, for getting you the structure, and I think that's what people have to understand. Like people think, okay, you hit the AI button and everything should be done perfectly. No, this is giving you 80%. It's giving you the foundation. It's giving you inspiration, but you have to be the one to go in and like tweak it and make it how you want it, right? But at least this is getting the structure done for you, right? And it gives you a starting point for sure. And then the last one is Designer with 2 R's. This creates ebooks and lead magnets. So you can basically say, hey, create me an ebook on the benefits of home staging, whatever. Boom, it's going to create you an ebook. You can offer that for free, use it as a lead magnet to get client information into your database, to build your email list. So Designer is fantastic as well. So those are my favorite tools out right now. This is changing every couple of weeks because the world of AI is changing in a ridiculous amount. But I'm going to send you guys the list of these and you'll have the links to where you'll have them. Obviously, ChatGPT is the most well-known and widely used tool in the AI world. Every single conference that I've spoken at, I've asked who's heard of ChatGPT, just because I'm curious, and who hasn't heard of ChatGPT. Every single room that I've been in, there's always been at least one person who hasn't heard of ChatGPT, right? So some people don't know about it. That's okay. But this thing is hitting the internet by storm because it's literally the most powerful, widely used tool that's open to everyone, available on the internet right now. And so just like any other tool, ChatGPT is a tool, and tools are only as good as the person using the tool, right? So therefore, ChatGPT is only as good as the prompts that you put in it. You are only going to get good results if you know how to ask for good results. So you can get average results. You can get results that everyone else is getting, but I'm going to show you, let's see, I've got 15 minutes here. I'm going to show you in 15 minutes how you can get some really good results with ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of, I'll probably list out like 7 different things that you can do with ChatGPT as far as categories. So number 1 would be simple questions. Similar to what you would ask on a search engine, you can ask simple questions. So like for an example, for those of you who use ChatGPT, you know that it has only been trained on data through September of 2021. So if I were to go in here and ask like who won the Super Bowl in 2022, it wouldn't know. So I could literally do that. I'd be like, who won the Super Bowl in 2022? It's going to say, hey, I've only been trained. Yeah, boom. Now, there are certain plugins that you can use, and I go through this in my coaching program, where you can actually turn on web access. And when you turn on web access, it has access to creating its response based on articles that are pulled from Google. So if I were to turn on web access, then I would say, hey, who won the Super Bowl in 2022? It would tell me who won. I'm sorry?
Joyce needs to, there we go. I'm gonna
Oh, there you go. So it would tell me, all right, the Rams won, they beat this team, this was the score, it was played here, because it's pulling the information from Google results, right? So that's a really cool hack that you can do to kind of overcome that, hey, I only know stuff through 2021. But you could ask it really anything like, I want to make 6 figures as a new real estate agent. What can I do to accomplish that? And it's going to give you a conversational response. It's not going to give you like Google gives you, links. It's going to say, hey, here's some ideas, right? So simple questions, number one. Number two is it can generate lists. So let's say you were to say, I'm looking for a new hobby. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. What are 10 potential new hobbies I could try in Greensboro area, right? So now it's going to list out 10 different things, right? And you can tell it, I want 20, I want 30, I want 5, whatever. So the interesting thing about this is, again, the better the prompt you give it, the more detailed the prompt you get it, the better result you're going to get. So notice that I said specifically that I was from Greensboro. I could have said, hey, I'm looking for a new hobby. What are 10 potential new hobbies? It would have given me 10 random hobbies. But if I want to specify my location, it'll say hiking and nature, because Greensboro offers various scenic hiking trails. That's very true. Photography. Greensboro is beautiful. So photography, explore the city, parks, whatever. Pottery and ceramics, gardening. So these are things that also can relate to my actual area. Engage in meaningful volunteer work in Greensboro. So the more information you give it, the better it's going to be. Okay. So number one, simple questions. Number two, generate lists. Number three, long form written pieces. So you can write blogs, articles, email newsletters, anything with this. And you could say, I'm a real estate agent. I want to write a 1,000 word blog on, let's just stick with home staging since we said that before. And this is how most people write blogs with ChatGPT, right? So it's going to give you an introduction. It's going to give you some home staging tips, whatever. And you can say how many words you want, 1,000, 2,000, whatever you want. Conclusion, here you go. I'm going to show you in like 5 minutes how to actually write a blog on ChatGPT that will kick this out of the water, to where your content is separated from a majority of how real estate agents are using this, but it can write long form content. Number 4 would be feedback commands. So you can actually have it give you feedback on things that you've done. So like if I were to pull up, let me pull up a recent blog post that I did, right? So let me do a blog. I think I have a time management. Yeah. So I'm going to pull this and I can copy this. And I could say, go back to ChatGPT and be like, can you give me feedback on this blog post I wrote about time management? I want it to be more engaging for the reader. Now I paste my blog in, it analyzes the blog, and it'll actually rewrite some things for me. Like, it's really amazing. You can also ask it like, hey, specific questions, like specific questions about it. You can ask it for punctuation, grammar, spelling. Like, it'll literally give you feedback. One other thing that you can do, I mean, think about with the real estate world, if you're recording your calls, you can easily get a transcription of your recordings, paste it in there and say, hey, can you give me feedback on how I could have better acquired that customer, right? So now you're almost role playing with ChatGPT, right? It's killer. So feedback commands. Number 5 is modification prompts. So this is translating to another language, lengthening something, rewording something, shortening something, giving me an outline, rearranging. So I could literally take my blog, I could take the same, I think I still have it copied. So I could be like, shorten this to under 100 words. And I put my entire blog in there. And now it's going to give me like a snippet. What I could also do is I could be like, create me a tweet about this blog. Now here's my tweet that's based on this blog that I just wrote, right? So if I want to shorten it, I can. If I want to take this and be like, hey, double the length of this, I can do that. Translate this to Chinese, right? Like I can literally do whatever I want, whatever language I want. It's insane, right? So if you're doing a blog and you have like some, a large like bilingual area or something, you could do a blog post in Spanish, a blog post in English, right? It'll help you with SEO. So those are some amazing things that you can do. Number 6 then is instructional prompts. You can do how to, guideline, instructional. So you could literally go in here and be like, how do I build a birdhouse? It's literally going to be like, okay, here's the materials you need. Step 1, step 2, here's what you need to do. Like you can literally ask it how to do things. It's really, really good with instructions. And then lastly, the last one I'll go over is information extraction. You can extract data from text. So you could say, provide me an outline of this blog post, or you can do an article, or you can do a book or whatever, right? So what it's going to do is it's going to take that blog and here we go, boom. Now I have an outline of my blog post. Or you could do, provide me a summary of the book, The Gap and the Gain. Boom, now you have a summary of The Gap and the Gain. You can do that with any book, right? You could also do, create me a Facebook post about the gap and the gain and how it relates to real estate agents specifically. Like, and you'll have a Facebook post like, and now that's way too long for me. So I'll be like, way too long, keep it under 200 words. Or you could just be like, you could take an article and you could say, summarize this for me in X amount of words. Or you could take a transcription and you could say, summarize this for me, give me an outline of this book, or what are the key takeaways? What are the key takeaways of the book, The Gap and the Gain, as it relates to real estate agents? I mean, boom, there you go. Here's some specific takeaways for real estate agents, right? So it's really, really a powerful tool for information extraction. So what I want to do in the next 5 to 10 minutes before we open it up for maybe some questions or whatnot is I want to show you the power of what you can do with this thing and what people are not doing, but you need to be doing. So for an example, can you imagine if we were to create a buyer persona of a specific buyer in a specific price point in a specific market, and we ask it to create challenges, problems that they might have in purchasing a home in that specific market, and then we take those problems and challenges and we create a Facebook ad solving the problem of the target audience you're trying to acquire. Like, that's the way that we need to be using ChatGPT as real estate agents, and nobody's using it that way. So what I've done is I've created a product for real estate agents that includes real estate prompts. So these are the ones that I'm going to send you. For those of you who scanned the code, I'm going to send these for you. So that way you have them. Create a buyer persona with a list of pain points, 90 content ideas that your clients may want to know. Like, this is different from asking, hey, give me some content ideas. This is specifically, the goal is to pick up new clients by showing my expertise. Write me a list of 90 things about anything in a bracket you can change, but buying real estate in this market that most people don't know, right? Now you're answering questions that most people don't know. And the goal is to pick up new clients with that content online, right? Creating a complete blog content calendar, generating 10 killer hooks for ads, generating email newsletters that clients will actually read, the perfect blog post with SEO. So let's just do this. Let's create a blog content calendar with this prompt. And you guys are going to get all of this, okay? So I'm going to create a blog content calendar. So what I'm telling it to do is I say, hey, I want you to help me come up with a content schedule for my blog that has the best chance of helping me rank for long tail keywords that are specific to my keyword. So I've got this whole thing here, and I'm just going to put a generic real estate as my keyword, right? So here we go. It's going to create a table for me of my blog content calendar, and it's going to tell me what days I'm going to post, right? And you can start on whatever day, end on whatever day. But now I say, okay, I've got my blog schedule. Now I'm going to go here and I'm going to use my blog prompt that says craft the perfect blog with SEO. Remember how we did a blog post before and I said, I'm going to teach you how to actually do a blog? This prompt is how you actually do a blog. Check this out. So what I'm doing is I'm telling it I want it to write as a content writer that's proficient in SEO. I'm having it create 2 tables. I've got an outline, then I've got the article. I'm going through all of this stuff like headings, H1, H2, H3, right? Write a 2,000 word, 100% unique SEO optimized. I'm giving it all the information. Now write an article on this topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this topic for, let's say it was May 1st and I want to write this blog. Secrets revealed how to find the perfect real estate deal. I put that in this bracket. Now watch this. It's creating an outline for me like I told it to before the article. And then it's creating the actual blog post, 2,000 words. Like it's absolutely amazing. Now, here's one thing. For those of you who have the free version, you'll notice that sometimes it stops because it can only spit out a certain amount. The paid version ChatGPT 4, it's $20 a month. Like just buy it. It's so worth it. But if you ever run into issues like this, you can say continue and it'll continue the article, right? So a lot of people don't know that. They just think, oh man, oh well. But what you can do, you can also have it write certain sections. So you can have it create the outline first, and then you could be like, okay, now write me the blog points 1 through 5, have it write that. All right, now write me the blog points 6 through 10, it'll write that. All right, now write me the blog points 11 through 15, you can paste it together, or you can just tell it to continue, boom, you have your entire thing. Now there was gonna be FAQs, so I'll say continue. And it can create me a list of FAQs. So now I just paste all of that together. Guys, look what I have. This is how you write a blog, because what I've done is I have created an outline, I have created a 2,000 word blog post, and I've created FAQs, literally answering the questions, right? This is an absolute game changer. I want to show you one other thing. I talked about creating the buyer persona. So like I've got a lot of things in here, YouTube, TikTok, all those things. But if you find this valuable, I also have a list of over 500, right? Literally anything you can think of for real estate, from copywriting to content creation, whatnot. But I've got, like, let's say creating a buyer persona legend and creating a targeted ad. So this is a 2-step process, and I'm going to do it for you. It's going to take 1 minute, but you'll be blown away. So this is step 1. Like, these are the prompts that you guys need, and you'll never be able to think of them on your own. That's why I've done all the work behind the scenes. So what I'm telling it is it's a marketing researcher that speaks and writes English, and I'm saying, okay, I want you to create a detailed user persona for, let's just stick with homes in the 750,000 price point in the market. We'll just keep it as Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay area. All right, so I'm telling it to structure its responses and all these things, to create demographics, to do a user description, all of these things, right? So what it's going to do is, after this entire buyer persona, You know, we have Emily Johnson. She's 36. She makes 120,000. She has one kid she's expecting, right? She lives in Tampa Bay. Here's her description. Here are her data points of like personal care. She's ambitious, shopping behaviors, right? Like main pains right here, limited time for home search due to work and family demands, challenges balancing work and family responsibilities, needs, and dreams. So what now I'm going to do is I'm going to take step 2. And what step 2 says is, hey, now based on their specific data points, pains, challenges, and needs, I want you to act as a professional copywriter with expertise in writing high converting Facebook ads. The ad copy should be written in English and should be between 100 and 150 words long. And it's telling them exactly how to build the Facebook ad based on this buyer persona's pains and challenges. And now what I'm going to get is a Facebook ad specifically for that person, right? Like these things can be game changing because what you're doing is you're creating your target audience, you're creating pains and challenges. And if you don't like them, you can say, hey, regenerate the pains or give me more, right? But this is like absolutely killer. And there's so much more like in this pack. We have, you know, search engine optimization, email advertising, YouTube, Twitter, like there's just a ton of them. But this is how you change the game in real estate. You use ChatGPT and these tools that other people aren't using because you're absolutely going to run circles around them. So I want to give you guys an offer today for sure for this group. So normally I've got 2 products, right? You can buy the whole prompt pack of 500 that I just showed you. You can buy it as a one-time download. You get a PDF download with all of those things that you can just copy and paste. Normally I sell that for $697. Today I've got a promo code that will get that $400 off. The promo code is 400U, U for ultimate. Brings it down to $297. Killer deal. For those of you who want to go even higher on a higher level, I have the 500 real estate prompts, the same ones that you just saw, but you will get a login with lifetime updates because I'm adding stuff to that all the time, right? So it's not just a one-time PDF download, but you actually get a login with updates. And it comes with 3 months of weekly AI coaching, okay? Krista Mayshore is in this program. She starts on Thursday. Gogo Bethke is in this program, right? They are my coaching clients. And so normally this whole program is $56.97. We're running a crazy deal right now where it's 3 payments of $397. That promo code to do that is Elite Promo, right? This is for the Elite Promo Pack. So if you're interested in these products, we are starting, our coaching group is starting this Thursday. We have another group starting next Tuesday, so a week from today. So if you were to say, hey, Tuesdays work better for me, or Thursdays work better for me, you pick which group you want to do. Thursdays are from 12:30 to 1 Eastern, 12:30 to 1 Eastern. And then Tuesdays are 3:30 to 4 Eastern, right? So it's 30 minutes. I don't waste your time. I hate when people like take an hour when the content could have been like 30 minutes. So it's super concentrated. The calls are recorded. You get the recording of all the calls. There's a full 12-week syllabus with this. You will go from beginner or from intermediate to advanced in AI. We'll teach you how to use this thing, and that's available to you. So if you're interested in any of those products, we do have these coupon or these QR codes that you can scan, or you can go to copypastepromptpack.com to get that just one-time download. Use that code 400U. And then if you want like the lifetime login with the lifetime updates and the 3-month coaching program, you'll use that QR code over on the right, or go to exp.coach. And that's 3 monthly payments of $397. And you'll use that code Elite Promo. So hopefully that was valuable to you guys. I hope that was kind of eye-opening. My whole goal with all of this is to inspire you to be like, oh, shoot, I didn't know that was possible. And if that is possible, then maybe I can do this. And so hopefully that was some value to your group. I'm going to send you guys the information for everyone who scanned that code. Any questions on all this stuff? I know there's probably some people who have a couple questions.
You have there's lots of questions here, things in the comments. So one, I already signed up for your coaching. I did that immediately at Shareholders. Lindsay's on the call. Lindsay said, I'm signing up right now. Donovan said he's making the switch to EXP and use ChatGPT to write his resignation letter to his current brokerage.
That's funny.
Let's see. Awesome info. Thanks, Phil. I said, doesn't this blow your mind? Everyone's like, this is crazy. Damn, Phil, mind blown. Amazing. Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah, was
I love
awesome.
it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the opportunity, guys.
Well, that was something that we talked about when we were in shareholders. I said, well, you know, you get the prompt pack, and that, like, the prompt pack's great, but like, how do you utilize it? And that's why I made the decision to go with the coaching, because, you know, all of the info is great to have, but if you don't know how to utilize it or use it to your advantage, you know, what are you going to do with it? So I think
For sure.
the coaching is like, I mean, hands down, it kind of needs to go hand in hand, in my opinion, especially when we're right off the bat, like we don't know what we're doing with all of this stuff. And clearly you've done some work here. So
just a little bit, just a little. Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions for Phil while we have him? We got about 10 more minutes. So if anybody has any questions or anything that you want to know about or whatever, come off mute and let's go.
So I have a question, Phil. So if I wanted to, you know, I'm going to sign up for the $397. I'm going to do that today. That's an incredible offer. I mean, can I have my assistant who does most of the stuff for me be on as well?
Yeah, I allow assistants to come on because
Okay.
there's certain people who are like, hey, I want my VA to do this for me, but I want to be on the call as well. So yeah, you can bring an assistant in the room
Perfect.
too.
Okay.
Phil, somebody's asking, Tiffany wants you to put up your QR code for your Popple again.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here.
And then another person, while you're doing that, do the promo codes expire?
They do. So I have them running right now because I did a massive call for Krista Mayshore yesterday. And so that's why we have that discount right now. It'll probably be on there until Thursday because Thursday we launch the program. So the Thursday calls launch this Thursday. The Tuesday calls launch a week from today. I'm pasting in a URL that goes to my Popple. It's realestatepromptpack.com. So if you click on that link, that will go to my Popple for the person asking for me to put that up again.
Is there a link to order this, or how do we?
Yeah, so that was
Jen.
What?
You were
All
not
right,
paying
here.
attention.
I know. I know.
If you, all right, so for the coaching program, you get, I'm going to put a link in here. So coaching program, you just go to exp.coach. That's the URL. And you need to put in elite promo as the promo code. All right, go to exp.coach. The promo code elite promo is what's going to make it the $397.
And then for just the 500, sorry, I have somebody texting me asking the same question. So for the 500, or maybe can you put up that slide again? Maybe that would just be easier.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. There you go. That's what you need. So you can either scan this code right here for just the PDF download, or you can go to copy-paste-promptpack.com. Same thing. Either this link or this code. You need to use this promo code to take it from $697 to $297. If you want,
work.
Yeah. What's that?
Elite promo. I just tried to order, but it's not working.
Did you do it on this code? Because the elite promo is for this package.
Which one?
The coaching one.
The exp.coach. Yeah.
Oh.
So keep all of this stuff together on this side and all of this stuff together on the left side. So that code is only good for this, and this code is only good for that.
All right, hold on. Store the yellow. I see.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between the, like, what specifically are we getting with the coaching that's different from?
The yellow pack gets everything in the blue pack, but what you get in addition to the blue pack is you get lifetime updates to any prompts that I add. You get a login instead of just a one-time PDF download, and you get 12 weeks of weekly AI coaching. You select if you want to be on a Thursday or on a Tuesday coaching group.
So what does the coaching part get us?
You get
Like,
weekly coaching calls on how to use AI to grow real estate specifically. So there's 12 calls, and we go through 12 different things on like, hey, here's how you use this. There's a full syllabus that we have created where we cover a lot of different things for real estate specifically.
So it's basically $1,200, right?
Correct. 3 payments of $397. So it'd be monthly payments of $397. Yeah.
Amazing. Any other questions from anybody other than just like the prompt packs and all that? Does anybody have any questions specifically about AI or how to utilize it, or anything that he went over that you want a little more clarification on, or anything like that?
Do you ever find that the results you get back like might not be exactly what you asked? Like, is it ever written weird, or like,
Yeah,
would you just take your
depends.
result and go, this is awesome, copy, paste, boom?
I would never do that. I would always review. For me with this stuff, it gets you 90% there. Like with the blog, you still want to read it before you post it on your website. Like, read it, make sure it's what you want. You can go in there and tweak a section. You can ask it, be like, hey, I really don't like section 14. Like either take it out or rewrite it, and it'll rewrite the whole thing, and it'll only change section 14. So the ability for it to edit and change is really powerful, because there's lots of times where it'll spit something out. Like for an example, for a Facebook post, for my captions, I always use ChatGPT, but I say, give me 5 options of captions. So then it gives me a list of 5. And I'm like, ooh, I like the beginning of that one, and I like the middle of this one, and I like these hashtags, and I kind of make it my own.
So I have a question for you. So I see all these videos and stuff, like somebody was actually using it to come up with like a workout plan, and they were using it to like how you had the content calendar. Do you have to have Pro to get the calendar type set up or whatever?
Nope.
No?
Everything that I do and everything I teach is with the free version. Okay. I never do any type of like, hey, I'm going to show you this and you have to have the paid version for that. There is one module in the 12-week coaching that's going to show you the differences between free and paid. That way you can make your own decision to see, hey, do I want to invest $20 in the difference?
Yeah, I guess that's my question. What the difference is between the two, but I suppose we'll get to that in coaching.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. We'll hit it in the coaching, but it's for an example, it can spit out a way more data. So like it wouldn't stop in the middle of the blog post like that. That was the free version. You can also input way more data. So like there's a max of how many characters you can put into a prompt, but with the paid version, it's way more than the free version. So if you wanted to paste in a long transcript with ChatGPT 4, you could, whereas the free version would be like, hey, we only limit it to a certain amount of characters. It's way quicker. You have priority as far as speeds. Sometimes ChatGPT will go slow if like you're in the middle of the day or if a lot of people are using it. It's a lot smarter, and it's learned better to be more human-like on the paid version.
I have one question before I jump. So are the calls recorded? Like if we can't make, like I already have a commitment, like it starts this Thursday. Like I already have a commitment already on this Thursday. So
they're all recorded, and you have access to all the recordings.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Phil. This has been amazing. You've blown my mind yet again. I can't wait for the coaching to start. That's going to be incredible. I want to just really quick check the chat, make sure that there's nothing else. Okay, cool. All right. Well, Lee ordered too now.
There you go.
Exciting. All right. Well, thank you so much for having us, for coming on again. We appreciate it. Everything you do is amazing, and I'm super proud of you and awesome. This is so cool. So if anyone has any other questions or anything, if you've missed any of this, it is recorded. It will live in the group. We'll put it on the YouTube channel as well. So if anybody has any questions, let us know, and can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for having me, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
All right.